First at 5:30 tonight, 1 year after the Boston Marathon bombings, authorities in Boston say this year's marathon will be heavily secured. Tens of thousands of runners and more than 1 million spectators are expected to attend this year's race.
And today, federal, state, and local law enforcement announced a new security plan being put into place. Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell has the new developments from Framingham, Massachusetts.
We've learned there will be 80 bomb-sniffing dogs and 3,500 police officers along the race course. That's more than double the amount of police officers who were working last year's marathon. When 36,000 runners lace up their sneakers for the 118th edition of the Boston Marathon, the memories of the terror at the finish line last year won't be far from anyone's mind.
I can tell you right now there is no threat against the Boston Marathon this year.
Even so, security at this year's marathon will be tighter than ever. We've learned there will be thousands of uniformed and plainclothes officers stationed along the route. There will be more surveillance cameras, and there will be security checkpoints at several locations. Spectators are also being asked to leave lots of things at home, including backpacks, suitcases, coolers, large blankets, and costumes. All of these things seem like suggestions. How do you enforce it? Are you going to enforce?
Well, enforce again over 26 miles is, quite an undertaking. I think that the Secretary's point was we want this to be common sense. You're not going to reduce risk in this business to zero. It's just not going to happen for anything that we do. But we're managing it and compressing it as much as we possibly can.
And we've learned marathon organizers are taking some cues from other cities that also host huge open-air events.
Since last year's marathon, police officers from the Boston Police Department, the state police, the transit police, and others have traveled to other cities and countries to evaluate their plans and systems, and the best practices that they have identified have been incorporated into our plan.
The cost of security at this year's marathon is expected to be higher than at last year's, but so far a total price tag has not been estimated. In Framingham with the Mobile Newsroom, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.